if you still have friends saying there's nothing to play in the big 2026, you need to put them on a watch list, because I don't know what they're smoking. I don't know what they're on, but they need to be studied. There's something wrong with these people. Now, not to toot my own horn, but it seems like yet again something that I said should happen is happening, and I really think that these people, these higher ups, are listening to little old me. What's up, guys? Vernon is Black and Vernon is back, and today I am here to show you guys an article I just read real quick. We finally know how long Beast of Reincarnation is going to be. Now, the reason I'm so happy is because if you remember me saying this, but I hope I think if the game lands at around 30 hours for the main story, and maybe like 40 if you do side content too, I think that's a sweet spot. Well, we have evidence that maybe Vernon was onto something. This article is from DualShockers, and basically they explain right here that through the confirmation of IGN, we now know that the main game for Beast of Reincarnation will be about 30 to 40 hours. Okay, let's read a little bit here. For starters, the developers have revealed, thanks to IGN, that wrapping up the main story of Beast of Reincarnation will take roughly 30 to 40 hours. That puts it in line with Stellar Blade, Sekiro, Ghost of Yotei, Final Fantasy 16, and funny enough, some of their other Pokemon games. Now, why is 30 to 40 hours the magic number for me? I think 30 to 40 hours, I'm gonna let's maximize. Let's say it's gonna take 40 hours to beat the game, right? If you just going through the game through the main story, I think 30 hours is a perfect pocket to settle in. It's not too long. It's not a you know, a Kingdom Come, you know, where it's like 60 hours of gameplay. Like I said in the other video, you know, with a new IP, no matter how ambitious it might be as far as the combat goes or the story, all that, you don't want to overstay your welcome. And I think they actually used that term in this article, but either way, you don't want to overstay your welcome. You want to make a good impression. You want to get people saying, I like this IP, I like Game Freak's direction on this, and you want them to pay money for a possible DLC, and hopefully people like me will like the game enough to anticipate a follow-up, right? I think 30 to 40 hours adds to the replayability because it's not so much of a slog to get through. Like, Elden Ring is one of the best games ever created. I think most people can agree with that. But I've also heard a lot of people saying, because I just finished Bloodborne, so I've been dealing with the Souls community a lot. And we were just talking about this on stream. If you don't join the streams, by the way, join them right here at Vernon is Black with 2Ks on Twitch and YouTube at Multistream. We were just talking about how a lot of Souls veterans weren't the biggest fans of Elden Ring, and one of the gripes that were brought up is the lack of replayability because it can take so long to get through the main story. Even though there's only like 10 required bosses in Elden Ring, but the open world aspects and, you know, traveling from one boss to another and having to get your whatever. This is not an Elden Ring video. But I think when you have a shorter game like this, like Sekiro has a lot of replayability. I'm currently on New Game Plus. I haven't played in a while, but I'm in a New Game Plus run for Shadows Die Twice. Stellar Blade is also a really fun one. But when you have that 30 to 40 hour range, that's not too long. That's not too much of a commitment. Most people can beat a 30-hour game, 40-hour game, probably within about a month, I would say. Like, people working 9 to 5s, coming home, like, I think you could, well, unless you had family, then I can't speak for you, but you know, just the average person coming home from their 9 to 5 to play Beast of Reincarnation, I'd say they would probably beat the game in like a month, you know, taking their time. The shorter time frame allows me to go back into the game. And now, okay, I beat the game. Now let's look for secrets. Now let's do this. Let's do that. There's more things. Because even though it's not an open world game, it sounds like I said in a previous video, you will be going up a key path and then you get an area to explore. But it's not just, all right, here's the world, go wherever you want, right? So this is good. This is good. This will add to the replayability. And we'll get to hear people's thoughts on it quicker too, because it won't take people as long to get through it. Now, of course, I'll be playing it for myself the week that it releases, so I don't really need to wait for anyone's opinion. you can hear my opinion unfiltered here right on this channel. And I'll be uploading the gameplay on my second channel, which we'll get to that another time. This is a good thing for Beast of Reincarnation. Let's keep reading though and see what else they had to say in this article. So yeah, it puts it on par with like Stellar Blade, blah blah blah. We went over that. Hitting that length, it surely strikes a sweet spot for the genre, long enough to offer a satisfying narrative-heavy journey without overstaying. There it is, overstaying its welcome with unnecessary filler. That's what I was saying about games like Ubisoft's open worlds. Even though I will say, to give credit to Ubisoft, even though I hate saying that, that Black Flag Resynced looks gorgeous. I'm hearing great things. I heard about the Animus being paid content. I heard about that. But other than that, I'm hearing great things. So shout out to Ubisoft, I guess, for delivering. Anyway, back to making fun of Ubisoft, though. A lot of Ubisoft's open worlds tend to be filled with a lot of bloat and empty calories. Nothing really worthwhile to do. The only reason you would really interact with a lot of their collectibles or some of their activities in their open worlds is if you're a completionist, which means you're just a different type of mentally ill person. But you are still welcome over here because you're doing something that I can never do. But you don't want to overstay your welcome. That's what I said myself. I'm glad that someone agrees with me, I guess. Moving a bit further into the new details, while the game certainly draws inspiration from hard-hitting action titles, it seems that you don't need to panic about getting stuck on a single boss for days on end. The developers have designed a much more generous parry window compared to the unforgiving tightness of Sekiro, for instance, making it noticeably more accessible than traditional, brutally punishing Souls. Okay, wait, whoa, hold on. Okay, I feel like they just wanted to take a shot at FromSoft games for some reason. That was wild. Okay, I'm not saying it's untrue that you can get stuck on bosses for days at a time. Trust me, it's definitely happened to me. I just beat Orphan of Kos after about 4 different attempts, 4 different sessions, if you will, of varying lengths, but different story for a different day. Maybe it's because I played Lies of P first, but I actually was talking to my friend about this. I feel like Sekiro is very forgiving with the parries they let you get away with. Now, again, Lies of P's parry window is a lot tighter than Sekiro's, and it came out later, so maybe at the time, because I didn't play Sekiro on release, I played Sekiro last year, I believe. So maybe I was just used to a tighter parry window already, but I thought Sekiro was actually pretty forgiving with its parry window. Okay, interesting. So instead of agonizing over difficulty, the focus here is on snappy, responsive controls and pure combat fun that is easy to pick up yet rewarding to master. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I hate to say this because I talk about the Souls community a lot on my streams, especially when I'm playing a FromSoft game. I feel like the Souls community tends to be very annoying. I'm just gonna put it bluntly. They're very annoying and toxic, especially the Bloodborne community, at least in my experience. With, again, another topic for another day. I don't know, like, instead of agonizing over difficulty, this just comes off to me. Maybe I'm the person I'm complaining about. Maybe I'm the Souls fan that I'm complaining about. Maybe that's me. But this just comes off as a person who either doesn't like Souls games or just doesn't appreciate difficulty. I don't know, that just felt like a dig at Souls games, but I could be overlooking it, or overthinking it, excuse me. I could be overthinking it, but that just felt a little weird. Like, we're talking about Beast of Reincarnation. In combat, the previews point out that action is relentlessly fast-paced, but it gives players clever tactical options. You can actually slow down time to execute command-based special moves, which look really fun, alongside your companion Ku, a mechanic that feels reminiscent of the ATB menu system from the Final Fantasy VII remake. I've only played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII remake. I gotta get into that more. Combine that with the protagonist Emma, whose hair uniquely extends into tree roots to aid in traversal across giant open zones, and you get a dynamic gameplay loop packed with stylish encounters against towering colossal bosses. Yeah, I don't really care about the rest of this, but yeah. So just a quick little video. I just wanted to talk about the fact that we are getting that sweet spot that I thought they would go for, like a 35-40 hour campaign. Perfect choice. I'm just very excited for this game, as you guys probably already know if you're even somewhat familiar with this tiny channel. I can't wait to play this. I'm going to be streaming it. The only thing I am worried about, though, I saw the specs come out, the minimum required specs on PC. I hope my PC will be all right with that. I do have a pre-build, so I'm not PC elitist. I just really wanted to get into the field before the prices went up crazy last year, which I barely made it. Things are crazy right now, so you can't see it, but I just shook everything. This PC right here is gonna be we're gonna be rocking out for a while before things calm down. But I hope I can run it and stream at the same time, single stream or single PC stream setup. I hope I can. We'll see when the recommended specs come out, because I don't think they're out yet. When they come out, I'll be checking it against my specs, seeing how we do. Hopefully I'll be able to play it on PC, but if not, then hey, that's why you keep your consoles. Got a PS5 right here. I'll plug it into that and we'll enjoy our time regardless. So that is one thing that people are kind of grumbling about, is that the PC specs do look pretty high, more towards the high end, but we'll see, guys. Hopefully we'll see. But it is looking kind of slow if you have an older PC. That's unfortunate, but hey, this is why I'm a fan of console and PC gaming. So if all else fails, I got all reliable right here. Got the PS5. We'll boot that up. Got the capture card and we'll stream that. And speaking of PS5 and streaming, now that we're at the end of the video, thank you for watching. Currently doing a 007 First Light playthrough on my Twitch and my YouTube. You can probably see, yeah, you can still see it on my Twitch right now because the VOD is still up. I don't know if I privated it on YouTube by now, maybe not, but again, I'll have another channel where I'm uploading just raw gameplay, but I'll probably bring that up in the next video. Pop out to the streams. We have a lot of fun out there. My goal this year is when the Game Awards come around and they are announcing the games that are nominated for Game of the Year, in order to be a part of the discussion and actually have something to contribute to the discussion, I want to be able to say that I have played and completed at least 3 of the games that are nominated on that list. So that's why I'm so into a game like Beast of Reincarnation or The Blood of Dawnwalker, Phantom Blade Zero. I feel like those games have strong cases early on. I had, you know, outside looking in, we don't know yet, but I feel like what we've seen, those games have a strong case to be nominated and possibly win. But we all know about the big white whale that is GTA 6 that will probably take over the internet once it drops. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today, man. Thank you for watching. As always, I will catch you in the next one, and I cannot wait for August 4th. And if you want to hear more Beast of Reincarnation yapping, check out this video or this one. Again, I don't know where I'm putting these when I say this. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.